I've always wondered, you hear these Republicans complaining about what are we going to do with the detainees once we close Guantanamo? Where are they going to go? I don't want them in my state. I don't want them. So Tom Harkin says, first of all, even though the Democrats said we're not going to be funding the closure of Gitmo, now people are starting to say we are going to fund the closure of Gitmo. And then he said, listen, I don't know what everybody's so upset about. If we had a maximum security prison in Iowa, I'd take the prisoners in Iowa. What difference does it make if they're in prison? That's what I've wondered. And this is what Tom Harkin said. I never could understand why people are afraid of these people being in jail. It's like they can't go anywhere, Harkin said. Do they think they're going to create some activity outside the prison? I mean, that never made sense to me. If they're in jail, they're in jail. And it's true.
I'd like to comment on this a little longer. It's like the Democrats have this problem where they take the Republicans too seriously.
Yeah.
The Republicans say, oh, I don't want them in my state. And Inhofe is saying, oh, imagine if they're in Oklahoma. But, yeah, I'm imagining it. They're inside a walled garden.
Yeah.
Okay, they're inside this maximum security compound. You know where the first World Trade City bombers are? They're in Colorado.
They're in Colorado, yeah. What's it called? Supermax, right?
The Supermax in Colorado.
Yeah.
Ramzi Youssef, the blind sheikh. Terry Nichols, the Oklahoma City bomber.
It's good enough for them. We haven't heard
the
from any
Unabomber.
of them. Yeah.
Okay, they're all in Colorado.
Timothy McVeigh was there.
That's right. So, the problem is the Democrats take these, like, Harkin seems to be like, what do they mean?
No, I think he's just saying it. I don't think he's taking it seriously. I think he's saying this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. If they're in jail, they're in jail.
There's a town in Montana saying, please send them over to us. It creates jobs in this area. And it's not like they're going to get out. It's not, oh, damn.
What was the last
What happened?
security?
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed's on the loose? That's inconceivable.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
So, look, the
Republican leaders have urged the administration to abandon its announced policy to close the prison until it has developed a plan of what to do with the prisoners.
No, but, Michael, I want to take you to the next level. I mean, I know that most people are going to say, hey, Cenk, wait up now. Okay, but the problem with the Democrats is that they don't come out and say, hey, look, I got news for you. Breaking news. Republicans are idiots, okay? And they never come out strong enough. So it makes it seem as if there's a legitimate debate or a legitimate argument. I've been hearing this on television for now years.
No, I know, but here's the thing now. Now we don't have to say they're idiots. We could just say, all right, we're going to close them, we're going to move them to prison. I mean, there's so much power within the Congress.
No, because if you don't strike back and you don't make even though it seems absurd.
This is our way of striking back. We have 40 more senators, or 20 more senators than they do.
I know, but if you don't strike back, people think, oh, I guess they're going to just let them out in the loose in Oklahoma. Right? That they're just going to bring them here and go, have at it, Hoss. Welcome to America.